Oh, oh. Unless they come in low or from the other side. Or, yeah, I wasn't even looking.
Sneak attack.
We're at Tamarack Island Wilderness Lodge on Lake of the Woods, just west of Morrison, Ontario. And this section of Lake of the Woods is loaded with muskies, lots of giant ones too. I'm with my good friends, Ryan McMahon and Bob Turgeon. Ryan, what types of spots you think these fish are gonna be on?
Well, we're gonna check them all, some weeds, some sandy bays. My money's on the rocks.
Bob, what about baits?
Well, weather stable, blade baits have got to be the deal. We just got to figure out the size, the color, what they want.
Absolutely. You know, the great thing about Lake of the Woods, there are hundreds of muskie spots, and almost all of them can hold muskies. It's always an adventure.
The Musky Hunter, brought to you by Yeti Coolers, Bass Pro Shops, Ontario, Canada, Shimano, G. Loomis, Power Pro, Mercury Outboards, Ranger Boats, Joe Booker Outdoors, Musky Mayhem Tackle, Motor Guide, Musky Innovations, Phantom Lures, and Musky Hunter Magazine.
Engineered to excel, the Ranger Z500 and Z100 series are built for the ultimate ownership experience. It's a commitment to excellence packed with real-world advantages and exclusive features. Experience the accelerated performance standards of the Ranger Z series. From first light to last cast, these advanced designs are put together to set you apart.
Looking for the latest in musky gear? We have musky sweatshirts, t-shirts, and hats. A full line of musky DVDs and books. Gear up with a complete line of release tools. Shop Musky at muskyhunter.com. Tamarack Island Wilderness Lodge is located approximately 30 miles north of Baudette, Minnesota. You drive to Morrison, launch your boat, and it's a short ride to the island and you're ready to catch muskies. It's an incredible camp. It has phenomenal cabins, great amenities. It caters to muskie fishing, has an incredible American plan with great food. Unpack your stuff, get everything ready, and go catch some trophy muskies.
Show again. Oh, got her. Yep.
Off the rock.
Wow. Does that one think it's big? Ready, Ryan? Wow, that was like the Joe Louis of miniature muskies. It's like, gone!
Nice.
Oh, that was fun.
Wow.
Just got going, little rock spot here. Figure 8 fish, took a few times to go around. Nice.
Nice.
There you go, little figure 8. Nice little fish. Put her back, let her go. Great colors on this fish. Check that out. This won't take long. Nope. Beautiful. Nice.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks,
Lake
Ryan.
of the Wood muskie action.
when you're fishing Lake of the Woods, one of the best ways to start out is fish an area, take a look at it on your map, and then look around that's got a lot of different character. Here we've got a point with some broken rock going into a bay, and then you got boulders and another point coming off. And that way, if you fish the whole thing, you can try to establish, are they on the points, are they in the back of the bays, or maybe they're on the broken rock. And once you kind of get that figured out, then you try to reproduce those areas and find more of them.
Oh, there's one.
Crazy. Ah, nice catch, Ryan.
Wow,
Nice catch.
that was a defensive net job there.
It was. He might have come in the boat.
Wow.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, excellent.
She just crushed it.
Yeah, it looked like it.
I like it when they hit away from the boat. You don't stress. You set the hook. It's all good. Right. That was awesome. Crazy. Nice. Nice fish. Beat up in the back there. I don't know what happened there. I'll take care of these fish. I don't want to fight like that. I don't want to, I'd be afraid of this guy when he's 50 inches.
So we get to be 50, you're going to be in trouble. Wow. So one thing that's really important when you're fishing any kind of a shield lake like we are today is there's a lot of rock. And every time your bait nicks or ticks a rock, especially with an inline bait like a bucktail or a topwater, you're going to have a chance of rolling that hook point over, and that can cost you fish. So keeping a small file handy, whether it's in your pocket, on the deck, and just taking that second to touch up your hooks every time you bump something and checking your points, it's going to put more fish in the boat and less frustration for you.
When you've got 3 anglers in the boat like we have, you can have a couple people throwing a bucktail and someone in the back throwing a minnow bait or mix it up, but ideally you can really fish fast. When you're throwing different baits, 2 different color bucktails and throwing a minnow bait, you can move through an area quickly. You're not sure if they're in bays, points, or shoreline, crank the trolling motor up and fish fast, and you can cover it all. And all of a sudden, patterns are going to develop, not only on spots, but you're going to see particular lures or lure colors that happen, and then when that happens together, you can build on that pattern. So take advantage of the situation and fish fast with 3 anglers in the boat. Even with 2, just fish fast, cover water, and try to find them.
This should be good. We got wind coming in, we got sloping rocks, we got rusty crayfish hordes, we got effective fish catching baits. We're on it.
Here's one.
There you go.
Got him?
Yep.
Got it, Bob?
Oh yeah, good one.
Coming up to you, Bob.
Yep,
Maybe not.
or not.
Easy.
I'm ready, but I got a feeling I'm the only one right now. Yeah! Oh, that net was moving slow.
You're strong though. Ooh, yes!
Nice job. Look at that.
Nice one.
Beauty.
That's what I'm looking for. Yes. I saw him kind of just come up the point.
Oh yeah.
Like all of a sudden, he kind of engaged my bucktail, and I just cranked it twice, and boom, just came up and ate it. Just like they're supposed to. They read the magazine, they know. Oh, look at this one. Yeah. Wow. Look at that. That is a Lake of the Woods giant. Man. What's you come here for? Tamarack is right in the heart of it all. Oh, they just want to go. Yeah. If you like to fish bucktails like I do, particularly if you like to fish orange blades or chartreuse blades, something that's relatively new are these metallic painted blades. You can see that metallic orange or the metallic chartreuse blades. Now what's unique about these is because they're metallic, they're really, really loud. So when they're banging in the water or knocking against one another, they're gonna make a lot more sound and vibration. You're gonna hear a lot more of these blades clank when they bump cover, particularly weed cover. So if you're in a situation where you like to go and fish the painted blades, because maybe it's low visibility, dark water, maybe it's in the evening or it's overcast, in those situations you want something different, try these metallic painted blades. They're really something else.
Bass Pro Shops, it's more than a store. It's great service from folks who know what they're talking about.
A place with a great selection of brands you love.
And so many clothing options to choose from.
It's a low price guarantee.
And free events that are fun for the whole family.
If you've never been to Bass Pro Shops, you don't know what you're missing.
The 500 series Booker Tail, here it is. This is one of my top producing baits in all conditions. Stained water, clear water, cloudy, I don't care what it is. The 500 series Booker Tail gets the job done.
Are you searching for that secret lake or magic lure?
There's no one secret in muskie fishing.
Knowledge is power.
You want to catch more muskies?
Get Musky Hunter.
Get Musky Hunter.
Get Musky Hunter.
Subscribe now and get cutting-edge information from the top muskie professionals. Learn to locate muskies in any water using the hottest muskie lures. Get the latest on new muskie gear and exclusive muskie wear. Get 6 big issues for only $23.95. Call 1-800-23-MUSKIE or go to muskyhunter.com.
The muscle memory of a million casts fires again and again, as natural as every breath that I take. I can't stop. Just one more cast, strike, fight.
Wow. Look at that one.
I live for the pursuit.
XI5 from Motor Guide, a wireless trolling motor engineered for anglers by anglers, delivering key performance attributes with power, toughness, stealthy, quiet operation. And for you control freaks, our optional pinpoint GPS navigation system lets you position your boat precisely where the fish are, instantaneously, accurately, built to earn you bragging rights. Meet the all-new XI5, only from Motor Guide.
Where's the dream destination of all muskie anglers? Ontario. And for good reason. It's loaded with giant muskies. Ontario has hundreds of waters with thousands of spots loaded with trophy muskies waiting for you. Don't fight the crowds. Explore the waters of Ontario. Fish alone and get back in touch with nature. Ontario, it's the place where muskie dreams come true. To find out more about my favorite Ontario muskie waters, check out gofishinontario.com.
This episode of The Musky Hunter is brought to you by Ontario, Canada.
Tara Burris of South Elgin, Illinois, caught and released her personal best muskie, a 48.5-incher on the Fox Chain of Lakes in Illinois. Lake of the Woods has lots of spots, and as you're fishing on your trip, if you get a situation where you catch a fish from a spot and then you come back the next day and maybe or later on you see another fish after you caught one, you may have found a pack. So make sure you return to that spot multiple times throughout your trip. It might be that every day you catch 1 or 2 from a spot like that. It can happen. When you find a spot like that, you've known you found a pack, so beat it up and fish it hard. Another great thing about Tamarack Lodge is, although it's an island, it's surrounded by much larger islands. And being surrounded by larger islands, you can always find a place to fish. Because you can go north, south, east, or west from Tamarack, and you're protected. And so there's always lots of spots. And whether it be weeds or rocks, you always have a place to fish when you're fishing this section of Lake of the Woods.
Fish. Oh, that's nice. A muskie. That's a muskie. I got it. You got her. Whoops. Nice fish. Good one. Real good one.
Doing that. Torch.
Yep. Come on, baby. Oh, no.
Okay.
And she just
My fault.
bailed.
My fault.
Yeah. There we go. Nice one, Jim.
Woo! All right. Yeah. You know, sometimes you're on Lake of the Woods and you get a lull. You fish through some spots and nothing's going on, but have faith. You know, this was on some rock points coming off, fished 3 or 4 other rock points. All of a sudden they started showing and they bite. Yeah, right. We went around the thing.
Right. No, this was the calm side of the island when the wind was blowing.
Oh, a nice fish. Look at that one. Man. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Look at that. Photo that one, right? Excellent. Get a quick photo. Beautiful fish. Yeah. Away from the boat, tip of the rocks. Beautiful Lake of the Woods muskie. Beautiful. It's an awesome fight. Gotta love it.
That was a good one.
When you're fishing a Canadian shield lake like Lake of the Woods, casting angles are very important. Obviously, the guy in the front of the boat is going to have a good advantage having the first bait through, but as you're in the second or third spot in the boat, you're really going to want to focus on your casting angles and try to hit a rock or a seam a little bit different than that first guy. A lot of times we're coming through and that bait that comes at a little different angle, maybe a little different approach, provokes a strike or a follow.
Occasionally you're going to get a bucktail that doesn't run quite right, and it's easy to get that bucktail running better with a couple tweaks. It might even be that a fish just mangled it and it's not running like it was before. A couple things you can look for. If your clevises are open a little bit, you're going to have a blade that doesn't run right. So taking the pliers and just squeezing them so the ends are all parallel will make a big difference. The other thing that makes a huge difference is to just bend the eye down a little bit and get that off center from the shaft. And especially on smaller baits, they're going to open better, the skirt's going to flare better, and you're going to catch more fish.
That's a little musky.
It was.
It had like spots on it, like
really
a leaf
tiny.
flaker.
It was a really tiny dude, like 18 inches.
Yeah.
That's on behind mine.
Yes. Oh, it's a pretty good one, Jim.
Oh, got it. He's got it.
Dope.
Come around?
Yeah, maybe.
Whatever she says.
Yeah.
Wow. Came in hot.
Came in hot, smoking hot.
Throwing that blue and silver one in this bright sun, it got flat. Really wasn't getting much on, so I just kind of buried it up, went with black and the bright sun, big silhouette, and got a bite in the figure 8.
Couple of turns, high on the outside.
There she goes, she's deep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's just so full of it. Nice fish. Nice.
Like a wound up spring.
Quality release. Just gotta let them go. When you're fishing big bladed bucktails, everybody worries about, oh, my hands are gonna cramp up from the drag because these are so hard to pull through the water. And it's not necessarily that your hands cramp up because of the blades. More often than not, your hands cramp up because you're gripping the reel too tightly. Muskie's not gonna rip the rod and reel out of your hand, contrary to what people say. So what I do when I'm throwing a big bucktail, when I throw it out there, I'm taking my finger and make sure I can move my fingers every now and then during the retrieve. So I loosen my grip slightly rather than squeeze and winch down on it. Your hand's a little bit more relaxed in doing that. That way, throughout the day, rather than squeeze tightly, your hand's gonna be a little more relaxed. Sure, it might get tired, but you're gonna be a lot more relaxed throughout the day. You're not gonna get fatigued, and you can cast all day long.
It's quiet on the river this morning. Ain't nobody on the water but me. And the sun's coming on, and it won't be long, but there's a little more weight coming in this creek. I got a line with that woman of mine, and she sent me on down that way. Now I'm making noise with the alligator boys, 20 miles east of Goshen. Making noise with the alligator boys, 20 miles east of Goshen.
Bass Pro Shops. It's more than a store. It's great service from folks who know what they're talking about.
A place with a great selection of brands you love.
And so many clothing options to choose from.
It's a low price guaranteed.
And free events that are fun for the whole family.
If you've never been to Bass Pro Shops, you don't know what you're missing.
Ontario, Canada. The breathtaking scenery, the incredible wildlife, the endless sunsets, and the Muskies. Ontario, Canada is home to the greatest musky waters in the world, and giant muskies are awaiting your next cast. Explore the waters of Ontario and catch your personal best.
To find out more about my favorite Ontario waters, check out gofishinontario.com.
From bass and walleye to crappie in the great outdoors, you deserve more than old school aluminum. Reward yourself with the quality, performance, and extra room in a Ranger aluminum design. Packed with features, these rigs carry an ultra-smooth dry ride and stable platforms. Experience a Ranger aluminum boat today. It's engineered to excel and priced to be yours.
It's time for the Yeti Tough Moment. Lake of the Woods is a musky fishing paradise, with every island being a potential hotspot. When Jim, Bob, and Ryan arrived, it was game on as the muskies appeared almost immediately. It quickly became apparent that they wanted cowgirls, and they were chasing the first bait through. It was just a matter of fishing fast, rotating boat positions, and everyone caught muskies. Now that's Yeti Tough.
Oh, here we go. Where'd she go? Come on. She looked pretty interested on the way in.
Yeah. And we're fishing throughout the day. We've had a few different things happen. It kind of became obvious that the first bait through was going, and they were chasing bucktails. So you definitely want to have somebody out front throwing a bucktail. I wanted to switch up and throw a minnow bait. So rather than throw a minnow bait in the front, I kind of move into the second position where Ryan's up throwing that bucktail. And if it's an active fish, he's going to eat that bucktail, high percentage lure, and we can catch him. So now I can follow up with a minnow bait in the middle, which you would anywhere in the middle of the boat or maybe in the back of the boat could throw a minnow bait. So I'm just moving position. So it really gives you the best chance where an active fish will grab that bucktail and get him. And then if the fish isn't real active, maybe he'll come after and strike the minnow bait. Behind it. Yeah, he's still on it. I see him. Oh, yeah. Still on it. Nice one. Behind you.
Yes, got him. Sure. Got him.
Got it.
Got him.
Coming.
Yep. I got it.
Everybody's got it.
I'm on the side, so talk to me if you want anything else.
All right. We'll come in right good. Get her turned a little bit for you. Got him.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice. Good job.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thanks, Bob.
In the back here.
Here's a nice, pretty Lake of the Woods muskie.
Awesome.
Back of a sandy bay. A lot of fun. We're gonna let her get back here.
Beautiful. Perfect. We just moved a big fish on this spot, and one thing you want to think about whenever you're on your trip is once you raise a big fish on the spot and you're going to fish others, not that you're going to forget about it, but you have to fish for that trophy fish. Make sure return on weather changes, light changes, moon changes, but fish that fish, hunt them down several times and make sure return and fish them 3, 4, 5 times throughout the day, and if you do that, you'll put yourself in position to catch that trophy muskie.
There we go, got one, got one.
Oh yeah, good one. Ooh, nice one.
Staying down, coming up, coming up. Let's see if we can get him, Jim.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Woo!
That's a hog.
Yes.
That's a good one right there. Just
Beautiful.
crushed that Cowgirl Junior. Hammered it.
Slugger.
Oh, another very nice Lake of the Woods muskie.
Wow, look at
That's why I come up here.
Awesome, awesome fish.
Look at that old battle axe.
Nice.
Let's get her back. Oh,
Gotta love it.
she's got some stories to tell.
So do we. Nice job, really nice job. That was an awesome, awesome.
That was a lot of fun.
Tamarack Island Wilderness Lodge is an incredible place located in some of the best muskie fishing on Lake of the Woods in Northwest Ontario, Canada. You have got to experience it. It's awesome. Join us next week from the Big Fish Adventure on the Musky Hunter.
Oh yeah, he's got it. Come on, baby. Oh no, it's like
Gone! Yeah! It came up and ate it. That's what I'm looking for. Yes.
The Musky Hunter has been brought to you by these fine sponsors.
worn out from that. You couldn't see anything.
Oh,
back
I
there,
couldn't see
bet.
any of it. I could just see her barely on the top of the
Mad
corner.
glare back there.
It's a half decent fish. Oh,
That's
you
true.
can't even strip this for crying out loud.
All about color coordination.
It is.
Outfit, lure, one.